Brightspace's discussion tool is a powerful tool that allows you to build online asynchronous discussions within your course. Today, I want to show you a few settings when creating new discussions to make sure that your students are engaging with them in a way you see fit. Starting here on the Discussions tool page, you can find this within your course under the Activities dropdown in the purple navigation menu, and then clicking on Discussions. This page is a list of all of the discussions within your course. You can see here I have a few set up. Wherever you see this blue text, this is a discussion topic, a place where you ask a question, students are able to respond, and then reply to their peers. The black text here are discussion forums. This is what Brightspace calls categories of discussion topics. So here you can see a forum with one topic, a forum with two. You can create new topics by clicking on the blue New button in the top left of this page, and then clicking New Topic. You can also add new topics directly from your content portion of your course within the modules. So coming here to the content in an example module, you can add a link to an existing discussion topic by clicking Existing Activities and then clicking Discussions. This will show you a list of discussion forums or categories. You choose from that list, and then that will show you a list of topics. You choose the topic, and that will add a link to the bottom of the module. You can also create a new discussion topic directly here from the module. You just click the Upload/Create button, scroll down a bit, and click on New Discussion. This is the discussion creation page. You can, in the top left, give the topic title. Let's just do test discussion for now. By default, it will be ungraded, but you can go ahead, type some points in there, and then automatically, once we click Save and Close, it will get a column in the gradebook. You can change this, however. You can either reset to ungraded, or you can say not in the gradebook. That way, you're still able to give it points feedback, but not have it tied to any calculated grade. This description area here is where you can type in more information about how you want students to respond, or the more fleshed out version of the question. You can also add links with this Quick Links button to other portions of your course, as well as using this Insert Stuff button to add things like files to your computer. Coming here on the right-hand side, there's a few settings I want to point out under Availability, Dates, and Conditions. There's a start date, which is the first day that students are able to post to this topic title. So if we click on it and just choose Saturday, we can also see then we can change the time. By default, it will be just after midnight. Conversely, there's an end date setting we can change. That will be the last day that students are able to post. So let's say the following Friday after that Saturday. You can see here just before midnight is the default time. One thing I do want to note is that this setting here for both the start and end date is visible with access restricted. That means any time outside of this range, really all students will be able to see is the topic title. I would recommend changing, especially for the end date here, changing visible with restricted access by clicking on it, changing it to visible with submission restricted. This will allow students to see what they've written and what their peers have written without letting them to submit after that end date has passed. Next, I want to come down here to the post and completions section of the settings here and point out these three options you have here. By default, the participation is that as soon as students have access to this discussion topic, they'll be able to see all posts already within there. However, you may want to change it to this third option here. Learners must start a thread before they can view or reply to other threads, meaning that students will have to do their own thinking before they are able to read and reply to their peers. And the last setting I want to point out here before I click Save and Close is this switch hidden visible here. So by default, it will be hidden. We can switch it to visible if we're ready for students to see it. And this will override any start or end dates. So if it is hidden and we fall within the end dates, it will still not be visible to students. So you do want to make sure if students cannot see it, that the topic is switched to visible. For now, I'm going to leave it as hidden. So clicking Save and Close, we can see it opens up the discussion where we can start our own thread here. And if we come back to the Activities drop-down to the Discussions tool page, we can see our new discussion has been created, and we have a new forum with the same topic. One thing I do want to note that has come up a lot is that you do want to make sure that discussion forum and the topic are both visible for students to be able to see and post within the discussion. So if I come back here to content, to that module, and say I'm ready for students to see this discussion topic, and I flip it to visible, students still wouldn't be able to post in this, because if we come back to the discussions tool page, we can see the forum, the category is still hidden, even though that from the module, we switched this to visible. So we do want to come back here to the discussions tool page and make sure that the forum is made visible to users. Again, you can find this discussions tool page at the top, activities, drop down in the purple navigation menu and clicking on discussions.